Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal one day at a time. We're going to talk about, does our ex narcissist ever miss us? Sometimes in the healing process, we want to feel that we were loved or remembered, that we touched their heart in some way. The hardest part is when they ghost us or go silent on us, cut us off, block us, to where there's no contact. Like, what just happened? All the memories are gone. Do they mean anything? And I'll tell you from experience that they do miss us at times. That's usually when the supply is low. Sometimes we might pop in their head out of curiosity to see, are we doing better without them? Because they think that we can't do better without them. So it's kind of like an ego stroke. If they check in on us, that's them thinking about us, but it's for their purpose, that see, told you you couldn't do better, or that's who you ended up with. And they'll ego stroke themselves, that they think that they were better than our new person that we're with. They do sometimes hoover back, just to kind of check in to see if they still had their grip on us. Sometimes if we back off, they might try a little harder, just because they don't want to lose control. We're their supply, we're their backup plan. So, when they move on, sometimes they do get married, but they'll still think, do I still have this backup plan if something goes wrong? They can go into like a panic mode because they can't be alone. So they do think about what they have, just like when winter is coming, and you live in a cold state, you might be like, do I still have my winter coat? And you'll go check. Maybe you check to make sure if it needs to be washed, or if there's any holes, needs a little bit of repair, and then you just hang it up till you need it. That's what the narcissist is like with us. Is it'll cross their mind like something's coming. Maybe the new supply is a little shaky in the relationship, so they're thinking, I need to go check, do I have the supply that I need for what might happen? Just like a winter coat in winter, it might snow, so you need that. So the narcissist does think about us. And talking with my ex, he seems like he became self-aware, and we've had some conversations, but he does say that they don't have like that longing where he lives in the moment, doesn't really like reflect back, doesn't really miss people. It's just, I don't know, when they need supply, they'll kind of go through their little black book, whether it's a black book for friends or lovers. It's in the moment when they feel something that they don't want to feel, whether it's loneliness or sexual frustrations because they're not getting it with the new supply that day. um, they'll think about, what supplies do I have for what I'm going through. Just like if you're cold, you like, which coat am I going to wear? And sometimes we don't even really care. If you're just going out to get your mail, you're just going to put on a coat as long as it serves a purpose. So that's what the narcissist is like. They're going through the closet of the harem garage. They just want to make sure that they have the supplies that they need in case something comes up in life. That's why they often have those backup plans. When we start getting frustrated, if you are on the outside, they try to reassure you, just because they don't want to lose their comfort of knowing that they have something. Doesn't mean that they're going to use it. Just like right now, I'm not using my winter coat. It feels good being in Michigan in the middle of winter to know that I have that. Otherwise, if I didn't, it might be on my mind, like, how am I going to prepare for this? What am I going to do? And you get a little stressed over it. And that's kind of what we're like, is we don't have the comfort in the relationship. So we think about them a lot more. Um, if you're afraid of losing something, that's when you put more effort in. Um, and you start thinking about things a lot. It kind of starts to consume you. You try to find answers, try to correct the situation or prepare for things. So that's why we're investing more and more. The narcissist, we kind of made them too comfortable, that they felt that they have us. And they're so into themselves that they feel that they'll always have us because we've taken them back many times. It usually takes 7 times before you effectively leave a narcissist. That's how strong these trauma bonds are. That's how good they are at the lies that they give us, the fake futures that they promise us. 7 times before usually it ends. Looking back, I didn't count, but that's pretty accurate. Probably even more for me. So if you guys can comment below, how many times did you guys go back and forth? Every time things would go good, that's when things fell apart in my situations, because they don't like that comfort. So when they're with the new supply is going to see, wow, everything's going great. This love bombing was perfect. And then they're going to settle into life. Things are going to go wrong in life. So the narcissist is going to go through some things where they're seeing the new supply just living life. They're not going to get the adrenaline rush over things being good. They need the chaos. So when they go through a calm period, they might reach out to you. They also, they feel like they're losing like control in their life is when they're going to reach out to you. Sometimes it's just to soothe what's going on inside them, inside their brain. When they lie, it calms them. Chemicals are released and they just need to feel calm again, which is odd because they are calm. But when they're calm, the chemicals in their brain are overactive. And so that they need to calm the brain stuff, not the life stuff, but the brain stuff. Because when they're in a calm life, the brain is uncomfortable. So that's why they create the chaos to calm their brain, but not their life. It causes chaos in the life. So with the new supply, they're going to go through all these cycles again with the narcissist. The narcissist is going to hoover whoever is in that coat closet, the harem garage. And that's when you'll hear from them. They do think about you. Even my ex with my daughter was not real kind to me. But it's odd that I know he asks about me through my daughter. Why, I don't know. But it sounds like out of concern, like, hey, what's your mom up to? But looking back, it seemed like he totally hated me, wished me dead, basically. But he still like brings me up every now and then. So they do think about us. This was 26 years ago, still talking about me. So do they still miss you? They'll look back. Are they going to act on it? That depends. My first ex, we were off and on, called off the wedding, started a new relationship, then we got back together. And he said that she's going to think I'm crazy for getting back together with you. And I said, why is she going to think I'm crazy? And he's like, because I told her that. So they do smear us. I wasn't crazy. Obviously, if he even wanted to get back together with me, how crazy was I? But he had done something, like all these things so much against us that if we did get back together, I think he held back on even trying to, because he badmouthed me so bad that anybody looking from the outside in is going to look down on him. Like, you are with this crazy person, you're with this horrible whatever. So it was too much for him to handle. The second one, it was too much to handle, certain situations that he would have to be accountable for. So it was just easier to move on. Also, I was out of state waiting to be with him, and it was just somebody else was there. So the new supplies, sometimes you think like, is this new supply better than me? Like, why are they with them when, don't ever think that this person's better than you. There's just somebody different, somebody without the baggage, somebody that doesn't need the narcissist to be held accountable for, whether it was my first ex, held accountable for just bad mouthing me and saying, no, I kind of exaggerated that, or I didn't really mean it. They don't like being uncomfortable. They don't like taking accountability. So just rest assured that you're not forgotten. They do look back. Don't worry about the Hoover. Don't worry about what's going on with the, new supply. Statistics say, you know, with second marriages, it's like a 60% divorce rate. You know, they already have statistics against them. And with their personality patterns, they're not going to be happy even if they stay with that person. So 60% divorce rate. Third marriages are like 33 or I'm sorry, 73 or 74%. I think it's 73%. Real high divorce rate for third marriages. And remember that they leave jobs when they're bored. They leave families when they're bored, or something else catches their eye, or it's easier. So just take it to heart that you're not forgotten about. They do think about you. They're balancing what supply feeds them the most. Sometimes already settled in, they feel that they invested in the new supply. They feel they own that person, but they still feel that they own you. So if they ever do check up on you through flying monkeys, outside people, it's just to kind of like stroke their ego that they weren't forgotten. They're not really concerned about, you know, your new person, or, you know, what job you have now. They just kind of want to validate that we didn't do better. So get your revenge. It's healthy for you to just move forward in your life. Have the confidence that you had when you got into that relationship. Don't let them win. Take back your life, take back your power. Show them wrong. Show them that you are better without them, or that you are back to the person that you were before you met them. Just stay strong, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.